so many different things like Google Docs. There's social media. There's many websites. Yep, I thought it was you, but I didn't want to assume. But there's like many different things. Internet as a tool, yeah, like internet is a tool. It can be. It could be a force for good. It could be a force for evil. Like I always just say my favorite show, Merlin. He's a wizard, uses magic that was banned in Camelot and everything. But magic, I equate to social media and internet today, can be used for a force of good or evil. Let me see. Invite, copy, click, click on the link if you want to. I can't I can't comment. So let me go into the actual group here. I'm in the group. I'm pausing, bring bring on a guest and everything. Going into the group. Going into the group. Can I see that alert? No. All right. All right. So you should be seeing, and I can pin this too. You should be seeing the link. That's to come on. Click that link, and you will be able to join live. Join me live. Come into that link. But yeah, that's it's not a best because they're all different, and they all like you can click clear the list and say to change you, and then okay, and then that's the only thing that'll show up there. Filter. That's a filter. And I can also show you sort. Sort by you select the whole list. Not seeing you in yet. Are you clicking the link? And as you so now you do a this usually is an icon in the toolbar. Anyway, but it's data sort sheet A to Z or Z to A. You can do A to Z like that, and even got the whole column too. See, but like I did a sort, and it sorted all those. So I'm just gonna do an undo because I like the way it was sorted before. Yeah, still not seeing you. T, JussT. But there's a little sorting, and I can open Excel, see how. Go into my Excel. Continue. This might be a good. So, well, you take that top row, and then it's like this is the basic fundamental stuff for sorting and filtering. And where I think it's under data. Oh, there you go. Sort. There's you set expand the selection, sort by values, A to Z, cancel that, but like do a sort A to Z, boom, and sorting rows. So I just learned something new, and maybe it's better to show you back in Google Docs. Ranges, sort range, or show named ranges, and there's the ranges in this we have based on this full details sheet. And if we wanted to like add a column here on the right and say, well, we have data title, room number. Let's say, let's out there. Let's say room number right there for this column. And then we're going to say equal. First, grab the sort right here and then copy that. And then we're going to say, go back to Zoom. In this first one, we're going to say equal, paste that formula, boom, and then you're going to bring it down, all the way down, boom. And it takes from this sheet, full detail sheet, it takes from this room column, and it matches, so setting pivots and it takes from that. So there's ways to that you can sort, filter, and here getting a guest here. Hello,
Hello, Thomas. What's up?
hello. What's going on? Let's
Oh,
go full
no,
here. What are you doing? You
my
look like you're getting off a game.
yeah, I was using the internet as a tool to, get that bread.
What what specifically were you doing at the moment?
Right now, I'm like doing a bunch of things. I
One
s-
thing.
so one thing that I'm doing right now is I'm building a game. Like I'm developing a game all by my own, simply by watching YouTube videos on a
YouTube
platform.
education.
Yeah, YouTube education. That's the that's the place where you need to go to learn anything. If you want to learn anything, you have to go there. So I
I put
mastered
some of my stuff out there too. I to help. I throw my contributions on YouTube as well.
yep, yep. But people have to, like, people have to know about this. So like we have been like friends for like 5 years now, or four maybe.
3 or 4.
Yeah, three or four. And I was still learning at that time. I was learning Illustrator. I all from YouTube. I learned it all from YouTube. Then I moved
How to
now.
create here. How to create a pivot table. Just what I was kind of going over.
Oh,
How to create a pivot table. What is a pivot table? Someone in my like organization, Toastmasters, they like are in love with pivot tables, and I'm kind of like seeing how it's done by them, but it's like I didn't really know in the past. Like, so this is actually a good little article that I came across, and it was how to create a shared vision, how to create a pivot table, and there you go. And I used a Google alert that I have
mm-hmm.
these alerts set up. That's one
I see
thing I
that.
learned from the other day, from that live the other day.
Mm-hmm.
And I add my podcast on there, and then it's like a Google search that comes to your email. All these are
Oh,
Google searches. There's the Google alerts in my email.
it's a tool. It's a nice tool.
So I can it's a lot of content I can make on. Like this last one, I wanted to do a YouTube video on 10 simple tips and tricks to help you master your iPhone. So I'm sure there's one for others as well. You have an Android, right?
Mhm. There is like a lot of Android users than iPhone users. So we have to like whatever we do, like we have to think about the developing and underdeveloped countries as well. So there you have it. Like most of the developing countries, they don't have iPhone. They just can afford a simple Android phone.
Start
But
your podcast. Start your podcast. I do a challenge at the beginning of this year. I did a podcast challenge. You might want to go back and look in this group for anyone who's watching. Just basic fundamental stuff, and then I'm putting together a podcast workshop too. And then live stream. That's actually my main little expertise, live streaming. But it's like live stream of events. But yeah, you're making a video game. What?
yep, I'm
Where
making.
are you on that?
I'm in Unreal Engine 5. That's the engine. That's the platform, and it's really easy because if it's Unreal Engine 5, then you don't need to learn any coding, and you don't need to. You have to work hard, but not that hard. You don't have to learn how to code because there is a new thing called scripting, and that's your like coding, but it's called scripting. So I've been developing this game for like I don't know, maybe 20 to 30 days, and I'm like close to getting it done on Unreal Engine. It's Unreal Engine 5, and that too I like started from Adobe Illustrator. And one thing I wanna say is like if you start with Adobe Illustrator, like to all the creative guys out there, if you start from Adobe Illustrator, then you can use any tool. Like there is Maya, there is Unreal Engine 5, but Maya is paid, so but still Maya, Unreal Engine 5 is free. Unity is free. A whole bunch of stuff is free, so like the whole interface is the same. Everything that you click on is the same as the Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, Unreal Engine 5, but the main thing is like the names are different. Only the names are different, and rest of it, it's like all the same.
So I wonder. So I think I came up. I asked something like this, but is that the headphones? Is that the chair? Maybe that's the chair with the lights. The chair with lights,
It's a headphone. This is my mic.
and it glows. The light
Oh,
glows, and it radiates. I can see it radiating on the video.
so should I turn this off then? Maybe.
I don't know. It's cool looking. Very
No,
tech
because
tech
this is my
movie.
yeah, this is my mic, so I can't turn this off.
So when you moved your head, I was like, is that part of the chair or is that the headphone?
These are my headphones.
So
Which
what other thing would you like to see? You made this. I know that was you that commented, but to see the internet used as a tool. What's something you haven't seen yet?
uh a bunch of stuff, but in creative field, like I have like mastered everything simply by watching YouTube. You know it. Like I started from Adobe Illustrator, then I learned Blender, how to animate. Then I moved on to next Draw, then I moved on to next Photoshop, then next Unity, then like I'm on Unreal Engine 5, and this is the latest one. So I'm waiting for the next big thing to come up. It's that if you give your
If you had to
it's
predict, if you had like control, what would that be? The next thing.
the next thing would be in my field. The next big thing would be uh like creating our own metaverse. that which you can learn from the YouTube as well, because Unreal Engine 5 is free. You can do it in there.
All right,
Because
so trying to
this stuff,
trying to get that up first.
no, like this thing is beneficial to the CEOs, and because they don't have the time. So what if you had a virtual room where you can, like, you have a meta human of yourself, virtual human being, then start the meeting, do some business. uh like the world is going digital, so we have to go with the flow.
Yeah, I don't use like the main the popular one is like Zoom. I don't use Zoom really anymore. I use this. We're on for anyone who doesn't know, we're on StreamYard,
Yeah.
and I invited someone a guest in to do StreamYard, and I can change the screen. I can do like these small double boxes and all that, and I can bring back in the screen to do.
Hmm.
I can bring that in and I can bring us next to my shared screen. I can show articles like this next to us, and that's what I was showing a minute ago. But that's all in StreamYard.
Oh, I've heard about StreamYard, but the flaws of StreamYard, and I mean, not the flaws, but the cons is like you have to have a really good hardware for that.
Hmm.
So what I do
Another
is,
thing that go ahead,
yeah,
I'm pulling it up.
yeah, if you have a Mac, then it's no problem, but it's really expensive. And if you have Windows, then like you can just do it from the graphics driver itself. Like hit Control Z and set your link your account. Like there's three platforms right now on GeForce driver, like YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Oh no, Instagram, not Instagram. Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. So if you Control Z and set it all up, it will like be easier for the ones who have really low spec hardware.
Hmm. Yeah, and that's what I think StreamYard is too. I can push to like on this what I have. I can push to three different platforms. I could push to Facebook. I could push to YouTube. I could push for Facebook Live. But another thing that I use instead, if someone wants to like talk, I share a link. You just need a link to this. I'll show you one more time here. Brave Talk. It's you can you can do it for free. You can download it, and it's free. And then Jitsi is the other one. You just type in the name of your meeting and it creates a link, and you give that link to anyone you want to have a talk with, and that link stays active for as long as you want. And you say,
So you,
come here and chat with me." Just have a chat if it's across the country. I recommend always. It's not always feasible to do in person. It's not always feasible to do online. It's just whatever you need in the moment. Really, I'm all for everything in person, online. Like you're in India, right? Like one day I hope to travel to India, right? But
you, you
this
have
wouldn't
to.
be able to happen without things like StreamYard or virtual meeting rooms. So there's a time and a place for everything.
No, it's like I'm doing it, so why can't you?
You're doing what?
Like I'm doing it, so why can't you? That's what I'm saying. Like to this is not for just this is not for you because you are all set up, but this is for the ones who have internet and who have their phone that can make them millionaire if they dedicate their time towards it. Like YouTube is the place to go. Learn what you want to learn, master it, and never stop learning. And the best platform to start earning once you learn something is Upwork. It's Upwork.com. That's where I started from, and
What was the
I'm here.
platform?
Upwork.com. It's
Okay.
upwork.com.
Which where yeah, where you can start to
Yeah,
develop the skills and put them into action.
yeah,
Learn a little bit and then go there
yeah. Go
and
there
do
and
some work.
make, make some money.
Mhm.
Uh, Learn from YouTube. Go there, make some money. Leave freelance. Invest on invest where there is like mm, profitable businesses. After you don't want to stick to like freelancing, but you have to invest here and there. You have to do a lot of research, and that's how you grow. Like you have to maintain it all. I mean, that's the way I started.
And now you're making a video game.
Yep, I'm making a video game of my own by simply watching YouTube and virtual human beings.
What is a channel that you like on YouTube?
Channel is for now it's your channel because we are on the same page. We want to help people.
I mean, I appreciate that. Was there a second channel?
There might be people like us, but I haven't like found anyone. So for now,
I offer a suggestion. Actually, he didn't been. Oh, this is probably actually better. The person I was suggesting does work with this, but perfect camera for vlogs, how to
oh,
shoot, how to download YouTube videos, how I never run out of video ideas, 10 YouTube editing tips. Let me go to videos on here. It's called their Think Media, and that's
mm-hmm,
exact. I did a lot of learning from on YouTube from them. Unlimited ideas. Stop this. Best camera for YouTube. Niche. Choosing your niche. Niche.
mm-hmm.
Just press record. Studio ideas. You're building a studio or building a studio. Best budget YouTube studio setup. A bunch of things on here. Think Media. They don't really have a website. They do like landing pages and stuff like that. And then they mainly his big thing is YouTube.
Yeah, I've heard
So
about this. It's good. Like people can really benefit from this as well.
the other one I was gonna show a minute ago, and I'll still show it. He put out probably videos 8 months ago, but they're still good videos. And he supports a church, and this is all about supporting church or nonprofit organizations, and just how about setting lighting for church staging and stuff like that. So there's another. I've actually connected with him and look to have him on one day, talk with him too. But
Oh,
another
nice.
video guy out of North Carolina. So there's two that I like to go to for tech and video that I like to learn from. And I always love to push my mind right. This is why I have such a great working mind right now because of these thinkings, these thoughts, and getting my mind right. Like how to dealing with like debt and how to stuff like that, or become wealthy. Watch this to change your life, kind of thing. Lewis has a school of greatness. I'm wearing his shirt right now. I have a bunch of these shirts,
Yep, I have seen those
and
for 3 years, I guess. 2 years,
oh, you
okay.
you turned your video off.
Yeah, I don't want to be disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. All right, we can go back to.
Yeah, I'll be back. Wait, give me some time. So,
But yeah, the Google alerts, Google searches coming straight to your email. Alpine skiing TV live stream.
but how can we help people? That's the main thing, Thomas. Because it is my mission to help people benefit from mobile phones. It could be anything. They are
It ask
it's
people what they want to know, what they're trying to do, what their issue struggles are.
yeah, the struggle mainly the struggle comes with the money. So depression and anxiety is the main root of money because most of the underdeveloped and developed countries they don't have job opportunities, so they can use their phone as a tool instead of using cringe content. They can use a lot of videos, like they just have to type in like what do you want to learn,
You
do you
see
want to
my
build.
screen right now?
Yep, that, yeah, that's what
And this is
that's
actually what people are typing in on Google.
yeah, but they are doing it wrong because you cannot make money like simply by uh, typing in those words. Those are like already used, so I recommend people to research a lot, and instead of going for the search bar to make like how to make money, like go to Google and like for example, I'm a gamer. I have interest in graphic design and all this stuff. So how to become a graphic designer, how to become a graphic designer, how to build a vehicle if you want to learn mechanism. Everything is out in Google, but the base platform is YouTube. So they are doing it wrong. They are just typing in how to make money, but they are not. They are not.
If you're
Most of the times, these people who make videos, they do it for um, they do it for their self and for others as well. But you have to be smart enough to know like which one is going to work and which one is going to not work. So do, you rely on you. I'm not saying that you have to completely rely on the internet, but YouTube, I recommend that. That's a place to start. I have a I have a friend in Gangtok. I mean, he's about 23 years old, and I told him why don't you use internet as a tool? And he gave it a shot, and he built a um, tiny car like all by himself. It took him 1.5 year, but he got it done by simply watching videos on
And
YouTube.
what does he do? What's another skill?
Now he is uh, working for Tata. He got he got recognized by our chief minister in our state and helped him out, and now he is working for Tata. That's a motor
And
vehicle company in India.
what's the skill? What's
What's the
fixing cars, fixing trucks?
no how to make a car, how to start building, how to make a car. See?
Looking it up. How to make a car from cardboard. How to
Yeah.
build a car by hand.
Yep.
Are you hearing that video sound, by the way?
Yes, I am.
You are hearing it?
Mm-hmm.
This
This is
isn't
something
your
that you get
average
from
car.
by watching YouTube.
And then they get into like right here, 30 seconds in.
Meet Chris Runge of Runge Cars. His bespoke automobile company operates out of his small workshop in Minnesota. Chris uses various metal shaping techniques to build his cars to customer specifications. Engine options vary based on customers' desires, but most of the mechanical components are repurposed from older Porsches.
Repurposed. So you just to reconfirm, you are hearing, you just heard all that from the video.
Yep.
So I didn't think it was working while I was playing the stuff in the past.
It's working now.
I'll have to go replay it and make sure it's in the recording too, because it's like maybe it didn't work right. Well, it's my SWB from this drop down. You can see that's where my audio goes through. I route my microphone through here, and that's how you're able to hear stuff that's playing on my computer.
Mm-hmm.
So there's another tip that I just shared how I get audio from my desktop to the recording. But yeah, using that if you can't meet in person, if you're far away, there's options out there, free options that you don't necessarily need Zoom for.
Oh,
Anything else
and
that but something else? Anything else?
uh, and I would recommend a platform called Shaw Academy. I guess it's now. It used to be Shaw Academy, but now it's Upskill List or something. But if you Google Shaw Academy, they are offering free courses for everything: graphic design.
Spell it out, or you can type it in the comments.
It's I'll just type in. Oh, what? I can't type in.
Go to the
Hold on.
private chat. There's a private chat you can click on.
Okay, give me a sec.
It won't
Okay,
let
I'll
us
just
comment
spell it out.
publicly. Yeah.
It's Hashaw.
Wait, hold on.
Shaw.
I wasn't ready. SA
Shaw. Shaw.
SAW
Shaw. Shaw. S
SHAW
Shaw Academy.
Shaw Academy. Okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it's like free. You can
And
learn stuff in there.
bring this
The
back
class.
up again. Shaw Academy free online courses and certification.
You have to pay for the certification, but you don't need certification because it's in this era. You don't need certifications. You just need skills.
So looks like the first hit. Is that it?
No, there are like a bunch of stuff you can learn from how to learn baking, how to learn. There you go. IT, food, whatever. Everything is in this platform.
So that's a good tip. Thanks for sharing something that reminds me of this. Have you ever heard of this? It's part of LinkedIn now. But if you have like a library account, a library card, you can access this for free with your library card, and it's part of LinkedIn. It's LinkedIn Learning now too.
Oh yeah,
And you
I'm on the.
pay if you do that. It's like $20 a month, or annually comes to $20 a month. So that's what, like 20 times 12, $240 a year, and you have certifications like that as well. So it depends. There's many different ways to skin a cat, right? Many different ways to do something. So there's
Yeah,
this,
but
and it looks like the same thing. It looks like this is more specific, like lynda.com was.
yeah, this one is like you have to pay for this, but you don't have to pay for this.
Oh, you don't?
Yeah, you don't have to pay for this. The classes are free, but the study materials are free, are not free, and the certification is not free. You have to pay like uh how much is 1,000 Indian currency in USD? It has to be cheap, right?
Let
So
me do a
my
quick convert. Let me
yeah,
do a quick convert.
so my
So let me go to just from 1,000, like $12.
yeah, it's $12, so it's affordable, I guess. But the main part is like, you don't need the certificates, you don't need to pay for the study materials because you don't need it. You just have to learn from there and YouTube. I mean, it depends on you whether you want the certificate or not, but
So you
it's
do the learning, and then you just come here to get certified. Take
yep,
a quiz or a test.
yep, and develop your skills
Smart
according
way
to
of doing it.
yeah, like this is the best platform. I have done a lot of research. Like there are lots of
Design, just graphic design,
yep,
fashion, interior
yep,
design, Adobe Illustrator. Have you done any of these?
yep. I have done graphic design. I have done uh
Photoshop,
yeah, Photoshop, all that from here and
Excel.
from
Pedro asking about Excel. There's Excel course.
yeah. There's everything. There's everything. Everything you can learn. It's out there and it's free. So combine this with YouTube and
Financial planning. Everyone needs to jump on this. I might take something like that. Financial planning, finance.
yep,
Good thing to know.
yeah. This is the
Physiology, health, Pilates, yoga, psychology, alternative therapies, meal planning. I'm definitely taking that. I got meal planning. I
yep.
can cook, but it's my meal planning is not that great.
So get on that. You can,
Coding,
yeah, coding.
technology.
Everything is out there.
There's your arts and hobbies.
Yep.
All the money is in here. You just have to go learn it. Go learn the
Yeah,
skill.
yeah. The millions. There are like the millions. The cash is there. Like
What's the next thing for you?
the next thing is
Next,
I'm
what's
waiting for.
next? What's next? I always like to ask, what's next?
So after I complete my game and I'll launch it, that's my next stuff. Then I'll build a gaming arena. I made some contact on Instagram with with um, versus like he's a celebrity from Canada.
Mm.
He's a well-known rapper. He's followed by Tech Nine, and we talk a lot. And Naomi, she's followed by Rick Ross. She follows me. I'm not bragging, but like this is how you network because your network will be your net worth, and that's true.
Looks like it's get crossed out, but it's $49.99 a month. It's showing up for me.
No, 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 no. It's the other thing.
Oh, if you want to like take the courses to what, but you go watch YouTube and you don't pay for that. So go here, how to build a car, and then
No,
come
no,
back to here. How does it the meat show the what do I do first?
no.
Like how to build a car. Watch how to build a car on YouTube and watch a bunch of people do it. Probably like a
Yeah,
hundred people or so, at
yeah.
least.
Make a note, make notes from YouTube, then go to Saw Academy and just learn from it. Use together.
Can you search?
Yeah, I guess you can search.
Build a car.
No, oh yeah,
Just bigger. To design.
no. It has to be specific. Try mechanical engineering or engineering. It has to be there. Photography.
Marketing.
You just have to hit the right keyword. Just type in engineering and try it out. Or you can just scroll down. But
Health
this is a
technology. It might be under like the technology, arts and
it,
hobbies,
no, no. Scroll down a
beauty,
bit.
music, language. It just says English on the language.
You just have to look for it.
Cryptocurrency, if you want to like learn what it actually is doing or what's going on with that.
Yep.
A lot of
Uh, I I almost graduated from this crypto thing, but I didn't because um, I used it like wisely. No, no, no,
meal
I have.
planning, mindfulness, and there's another thing, financial planning. Some good things to know.
I learned how to set up a mining rig for Bitcoin, like cryptocurrency,
Hmm.
from here itself.
And
So
you set up your own app.
no, but I'm currently farming Ethereum. It's just like your GPU has to be strong, so it can solve like
You
a
all.
bunch millions of equations at the same time, and that's how you make Bitcoin. But this is it. Like Shaw Academy and YouTube will make you very rich if you are struggling financially. I was also struggling. You know that, Thomas.
Hmm.
You know that. I was struggling, but I met you. I met a bunch of people. They helped me. They helped me understand, and here I am.
Another one channel I like to watch. He's like quick on younger food guy living in New York. He makes like these quick things, making food. So stuff like that, and making food a little fun, showing how fun it is and everything.
Fuse that with Shaw Academy and start
Bunch of
doing.
things like everything's here on YouTube, and there's people out there that still want to stick with that TV over there, and but there's
Yep, and
tons of things here.
yeah, and they are like
How to
they
hack
are
your health, Devin Carmichael.
people. Most
This
of
is my Toastmasters YouTube that I support, and I created this little promotion and everything. There's that YouTube. Church. Go to church. I go to my Woodlands church that I like that's down in the Houston area, 4 hours away. I go to there on Facebook.
But you know what, Thomas?
Sports media. What?
Like I'm building my own game, and I posted an ad on Facebook here and there that I need a beta tester. I need beta testers, and I'm paying it. I'm paying them for beta testing my game out. But the funny thing is, like, no one is there to like support me on Facebook. Like, I'm doing it for not my gain, but I want to help those people who are into gaming by building. My goal, like my next goal, is to create a gaming arena, make a gaming arena where I'll hire. No, I'll like. op- Uh, I had a talk with Versus. He said that he knows Phase Attach. He's a really good player. He's a pro player. He's Call of Duty player. Phase Clan is like even Snoop Dogg is in Phase Clan. So Phase Attach is the one who is going to come and open up
Face
my
Clan?
studio. Yeah, Phase FAZE Phase. Yeah, even Snoop Dogg is there. So
FAJ. So I can't
F
understand.
FAGE.
FAGE Clan?
Yeah, Phase Clan.
It's coming up FAZE Phase Clan.
Yep,
Official.
yep. And the guy who is ready to travel to India is Attach. Phase Attach. And Naomi will show up. After that, she will perform before I start the tournament. And the next thing I'll do is make a gaming team, like competitive players, gaming team, and help the gamers like who are like like playing games but doing nothing, just playing games.
Oh,
You
there's his
can
Twitter.
benefit from gaming as well. It doesn't matter about the views
He has
because
a YouTube channel, Phase Attach. Nothing's on it.
he's mainly on Instagram.
There's no link to a website from there. 20% off your first order.
No, that's the merch. But like I said, like people need to really,
Currently, there are no events. Esports.
yeah,
Esports is
esports.
becoming a big thing. I can see that with one of my teams.
Yeah, like in esports, Dota 2 is the it has the highest pool price pool. Like it was around 23 million, I guess, the last time. Any competitive games is considered as esports, and esports players can make millions if you are a gamer, that is.
Oh, it's a pretty slick website.
I believe this is their phase house. There are a bunch of People, there are a bunch of gaming clan like esports players, and esports players make a lot of money. They just gave their time to learn, to master. So there is like millions of ways to make millions, but all you need is dedication and be constant. Like if you don't get stuck on one thing, if you learn graphic design, move on to the next thing. If you want to learn, then again move on to the next thing. Never stop learning because the more skill you have, uh, the more skill you are, the more money you have. So people out there struggling with money, they are just simply wasting, no hate, but they are just simply wasting their time watching cringe content.
Consuming, consuming rather than creating.
Yeah. So they watch memes, they watch cringe content like for hours and hours. Why can't they just go to YouTube? And they are the ones who's like complaining, I don't have money, I don't have I don't have that, I don't have money, but they are like holding a tool which can make them millions. So that's my point.
What is one part of technology that you absolutely love?
One part of technology is there are like pros and cons. So
What do you love? We'll get into the other part in a minute. What do you love?
I love how I can use internet to learn how to make money, like not only just money, but how to like properly um, talk and behave. Skill development is there, vocabulary is there, like everything. You can benefit from internet a lot, but people are just wasting their time watching a bunch of videos. Yeah, I know, like they are depressed and they watch it because the videos it calms them down, but at the end it's just for a time being. So
Either watching TV or watching the videos just to consume, or they're eating, or they're a
yep,
lot of things they can do to as a time killer.
yep, that's my point. So if anyone is out there, feel free to
So is that what you hate? Is that what you not like? Or what would you like to see change?
uh security on every platform because there are lots of platforms.
Security, making it known what these platforms are doing too.
Yep,
Because
making
a
known.
lot of them, like you got onto what Facebook, what we're on here right now,
Yep,
Facebook, and no one reads those terms of service. You don't know you if you read them, then you know
yep.
what they actually do. It's free to sign on. You don't pay money out of pocket, but they take something
Yep.
else from you too.
They take
And it's
your
all in the TOS. It's all in the terms of service. They
yeah
tell you. No one reads it.
they tell you like one thing I know is that people don't know yet that we are getting monitored. Every messages, every platform that we are on, we are getting monitored. Even us. They have a search engine. Like there was a guy I forgot his name who leaked all the information from in the US. He was a tech guy and he felt guilty like how United States was monitoring every country, and now he's in Russia. But if he goes out from Russia to the US, like it's they ordered it like shoot to kill on the spot.
Is it a privacy thing, or you think it's more than that?
Edward Snowden. Edward Snowden is the guy. It's in wiki as well. Edward Snowden. You just have to.
Why does online privacy matter?
No, 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 no. Just type in Edward Snowden and look it up on wiki. And there is a movie as well called Snowden. Yeah, this is the guy.
Hmm.
So basically, what he did is like, we are getting monitored. His girlfriend was getting monitored. He found out that US were doing some really nasty things. So he was the guy who had the guts to like leak it out so people would know, but I don't know. People are still asleep. People
Watching
need
that,
to,
watching that TV.
yeah, people need to wake up. You are getting monitored. You are wasting your data on Facebook, YouTube, and still you are getting monitored and you are getting nothing from it instead of happiness that will last you for a while. And after
Watching
then,
that government sponsored TV.
yeah. And I'm not scared about like these things. Even if they monitor me, I don't care because I know the truth. People may think that I'm crazy, but it is what it is.
Duties
Lot.
fought in Iraq War. Enlisted in the Army Special Forces.
Uh-huh.
Employment at CIA. NSA subcontractee. Manages computer systems for multiple government agencies. The NSA.
Yeah, NSA, they are doing all the monitoring stuff. It's just they have their own search engine. Like if you just type in, let's say, Joe Biden, if they type in Joe Biden, they will like get all of those information, like who is talking about Joe Biden, whether it's on Facebook or WhatsApp, Instagram, it doesn't matter. They can read messages, they can read everything. They can know your history, they can.
Who? What else they search for? Profiles on social media. Official campaign.
No, the NSA, they have that search engine tool where you can just type in Joe Biden and all of the people in the world, every country, like they'll get the message, like even if it's Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, whatever it is, they are monitoring that.
Where is the search engine in the CIA?
NSA, it's
That's
in NSA. Yeah. So
NSA search engine.
you won't get it, bro, because it's like hidden.
How'd you find out about it?
Edward Snowden. Snowden was the guy who did it all.
Something like that.
Yup.
Newly released documents leaked by Edward Snowden reveal that the NSA isn't just collecting data, it's also got a custom search engine to carry out the task.
Yeah, that's my point. You got me?
And this is on CNET.
Yeah, he exposed NSA, he exposed your country to be exact, no offense to your country, but your country is monitoring everyone, every country. Like US is the prime problem.
The
They
NSA
are
has granted access across nearly 2 dozen agencies to data on more than 850 billion records that covers more than 30 different kinds of metadata, phone calls, cell phone locations, faxes, emails, internet chats, says a new report in The Intercept. Based on classified documents provided by whistleblower and former NSA contractor Edward Snowden, the planning documents for the search engine
Mhm.
called IC Reach for Intelligent Community Reach implicate the participation of the Drug Enforcement Agency and the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
You see what I'm talking about?
I mean,
So
I knew something like this was happening, and I know I saw that movie Snowden. I know of Edward Snowden. I know that he's still what he's
he's in Russia.
asylum. He's seeked and has asylum in Russia.
Yep. Putin is currently providing him the security. So it takes a lot of balls to do that. So I have a huge respect towards Edward Snowden.
And for him to not be able to come back to his home.
Yeah. It's shoot to kill, like shoot to kill on the spot. So he's never coming back to US.
Yeah, and I see like we're going towards what other countries are like currently have like
No, right
when you
now,
start talking about
even
government
right now,
governments and
even
everything.
yeah, even right now we are getting monitored because we are using phrases like NSA, Joe Biden, and most probably they are like monitoring us, but we don't care. It is what it is because it's out there in the internet. It's not a lie. It's the truth that people need to wake up from. So I have no guilt in exposing mainly US because US is the short collar of every country. They control
Mhm.
everything, every country.
NSA,
Yeah,
National Security Agency,
yeah, NSA is the
Security,
one. Yeah,
CEA, FBI, DIA, DEA, NSA tools, and what all these acronyms are: DSD, GCSB, CSE, Five Eyes shareable. So they share them out, and then they scorecard.
yep.
I'm just going off that image. What does
Yeah,
Unicef say about it?
it's not even like it
It's
was.
its own. They say it's and built its own secret Google.
Yep, they had to post
Oh,
it
there's
out.
bigger. That's bigger image. Yep, that's what they're doing.
Yep, this is what they are doing to all those people. Like Facebook is free to use, but people don't know what they are taking from you. It's free, but they are taking
How
a
about
lot of things.
this?
So I just want to be help people be a goat, not a sheep who follows the trend. Be the goat.
F- FYI, read. See where I'm at right now? Read this.
Yeah,
You'll know much more about all this cookies policy, data policy, privacy basics, ads controls, provisions, your commitments to Facebook and community, how services are funded instead of paying to use Facebook and the other products and services we offer by using the Facebook products covered by these terms. You agree that we can show you ads that businesses they're talking about ads.
but this thing is also like a cover up for the main thing that's going behind us. I
Other
mean,
terms.
I have nothing against the algorithm, but the algorithm is good, but they are like taking something from you. Even I am on Facebook, I am on
They're not
Instagram.
taking anything from me. See what comes up when I go into Facebook? Not the algorithm, not the feed. I just see a quote. It's newsfeed eradicator, so I don't really see the feed really. I go to people. I go to the people that I want to see, or I go into my group.
Yeah, but the thing
There
is
we are.
like,
There.
yeah, it's you are using internet, so whatever platform you are using, whatever you're doing, they have the access, the bypass, they can bypass it like in an instant, in like split second they can bypass that. So none of this is going to work, to be honest.
What do you mean by that? Like none of this. They'll take it down or
No, they won't take you down, but it won't stop them from stealing your data and selling it.
mm-hmm.
And the thing that I wanna talk about is how the Instagram so-called influencers are influencing the world in a very wrong way, and they are like people are like following them just for the money, but literally they are like selling themselves. Even I am doing that.
I forgot for a minute. Especially like the U.S. and TikTok. You haven't touched TikTok really, haven't you?
Nope, nope, I don't ever use TikTok.
It's
China is
I've heard it's really bad in the U.S., but like with China and TikTok, it's like educational. It's good stuff for the Chinese people on TikTok, but our U.S. TikTok part, it's all the toxic stuff, and it's where the take your privacy as well on
yep,
the U.S. side. But it's if
yep,
you're in China, TikTok is like the platform, and it has good educational stuff on it for China.
yep. And the reason why India banned TikTok is they found out that TikTok was stealing government information.
U.S. is on the verge of banning TikTok. They're talking about it.
Yeah, eventually they'll ban TikTok because China is stealing a lot of information. The way the TikTok is designed is to like cover up, give them a platform and cover up it as a platform to make be creative,
A
but
platform.
yeah, but they'll access your country's security through you if you are on TikTok. So that's the main reason why India banned TikTok.
Hmm. ByteDance. Look that up
Mm-hmm.
if you haven't heard of that. ByteDance, the parent company
Yep,
of TikTok,
yep, yep.
based in China.
Based in China. I guess I wish people would like. I want to, make a community where we can have millions and millions of people like going against the government. Because I know every politician, everything is planned, starting from 9/11 to everything that's going on the world. The main
Well, it goes back
contribution.
at least 40 years.
Yeah, but that's when it started. So people need to,
The
you know,
last the last real decent president was for the US was John F. Kennedy. And they tried to take him that I mean, they succeeded actually. They took him out.
yeah, the whistleblowers, they'll take them out. They don't want the whistleblowers, so I don't mind if I die, but definitely I'll be exposing it here in my state. I'll start from my state, educate them about how this will work and how we can go against them. I'll try my best. I'll do it, but I may not be successful. It depends on their mindset, people's mindset, but I'll give it a try. I want to make it happen because
What's one thing that we can do today?
we can make a awareness campaign or something like that. So we can like uh, pull give information to the other people, pass all this information to the other people, so they will
When,
find it
where would it be,
right here.
and how can people find it?
Hashtags. Hashtags are the way.
Hashtag the government is watching.
Yeah, something like that. You have to research it on your own, but hashtag will probably help you reach more people if it's relevant to the topic. But I don't think like most of them will get through because they will eventually shut them down, pin them down. So it's it's 50-50 for now, I guess. But how about instead of BTS Army, no hate to BTS and no hate to the other communities, but BTS Army, instead of BTS Army, it should be like beat your ass army. I'm sorry for that.
BTRS.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Because we want to unite against the government. Not only the government, because the elections are rigged everywhere. That's happening in every country, and the ones responsible for it is the Rockefellers, the family called Rockefeller, uh, Rothschild family. They are the ones. Like they are higher than even the kings and the queens, and
Mm.
there are evidence of it in all over Google, but people don't know how to see it.
Then
Even
now
the
there's the big tech Rockefellers now that have been blown up.
yeah, the Rockefeller, uh,
Who went to
what
the
they
Harvards and the Stanfords and the Yales.
yeah what they do is like they own the World Bank. So um, whoever has the flow of money has control over everything.
And people are always asking like, where's this money come from?
Yup, there you go. That's your
It
answer.
it it takes a bunch of money to like, and it seems like it's nonstop. The flow of money.
Yup. If your country, if in my country, any country has to print new money for the flow, new money for the flow, they have to ask them, the World Bank,
Hmm.
that is owned by them, Rockefeller, Rothschild, and they are doing all this stuff. They are using US, every country as backup. But there was a guy called, I don't know his name, but he was the one who started explaining this. So if you want to print money, you have to ask permission from them, Rockefeller and Rothschild family. They are the ones who are funding all the wars, because wars are like, why are people so dumb? They don't, no hate, but it's the truth is out there, but why can't people see it? That's my main point.
Yep, that's
We
been a
need to
challenge.
we need to rebel
Rap.
against it.
Hmm.
They
But
have
you have solutions. You have something that
yeah, I
to
have
yeah, suggestion solution.
yeah, I have a suggestion. I have a solution. I have it all, but the thing that I need is people. So how are you going to convince people that yeah, US is doing these things, but it's out there, so we can probably uh
And the thing is, they're doing in plain sight too. If they just see it
mm-hmm,
is there, why certain things have been created.
yep,
Why does everyone? It then first they made it appealing, and then they said they made it just a thing for everyone to have this little computer inside their pocket.
mm-hmm,
I don't always take with me whenever I go somewhere. I leave it behind sometimes. I do my phone detox. That's another little tip. How to get a how to get a sane mind and clear your mind. Leave technology behind at least one day a week.
yep. And one thing
But like
I
they make it so hard for you to do that because a lot of things. But like not me. Like I have a lot of things on my phone, but they make it so hard to you leave your phone. It's like your livelihood now.
yep, people are like so hooked to their phone that they don't know it yet, but they have become a slave to technology,
Hmm.
and the phone is like tied to their hands. It's never coming off.
And
So
when now there's talk of uh, Neuralink, that's
yeah,
something that's actually surgically
so
implanted in you, and
Yep,
just amazing. They can just shut down your brain one day if they don't like what you think.
yep. You saw the video of the chimp. Like it's already been made. There's a video they used a monkey first.
Is it from was it
Yeah, first
on Neuralink YouTube?
it's
So
on
what
YouTube.
you're the beeps you're hearing.
No, 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 not this one.
Oh, they do it in a pig.
No, 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 no. They were doing it in a monkey species. I guess it was. I don't know the specific, but it was a chimpanzee. I guess. Yeah, this the one. See.
Oh,
So
just like
before, so before, uh,
I muted it, so can't hear.
yeah,
Pager controlling a game of Pong with its mind, all thanks to a Neuralink chip implanted in each side of its brain. The demo starts simple enough. The monkey plays a simple game on screen using a joystick. If he moves the joystick the right way, he gets a banana smoothie. But all the while, the game is using the chip inside the monkey's brain to train a computer to understand his movements. The Neuralink chips are surgically implanted inside Page's skull. They connect to his brain via more than 2,000 electrodes, each one about 1/20th the width of a human hair, and implanted in the regions of his brain that control hand and arm movement. Each time the monkey moves his hand left or right, that movement begins as an electrical signal in his brain, an impulse that eventually sends the message down his arm to move his hand. But the Neuralink implants read these signals while they're still inside the brain, before the monkey has even moved, when the movements are still just intentions. The chips are connected via Bluetooth to a computer that reads the brain signals
Yikes.
in real time and matches them to the monkey's hand movements. And here's the wild part. When the team disconnects the joystick, the computer can still predict where the monkey
Oh
is going
my.
to move his hand. No
Oh
joystick
my.
required.
After only a few minutes of calibration, we can use the output from the decoder to move the cursor instead of the joystick. Paige still moves the joystick out of habit, but as you can see, it's unplugged. He's controlling the cursor entirely with decoded neural activity.
Eventually, the monkey wasn't even using the joystick anymore. He was playing a game of Pong, just using his mind. And this is when we got a hint of how Neuralink could be used in human patients. Instead of using a joystick, a person with paralysis could train a computer simply by imagining an action. And that brain signal could be picked up in real time by their Neuralink implant. In a tweet shortly after the monkey video was posted, Neuralink founder Elon Musk said the first human Neuralink would allow someone with paralysis to use a smartphone with their mind, faster than someone using their thumbs. From there, Musk said later versions of the Neuralink could be used to shunt brain signals to separate clusters of Neuralinks in the body, potentially allowing paraplegics to walk again. Of course, these are all very lofty goals and a long way off watching a monkey play Pong. But then again, the new demonstration is already a long way from what we saw in 2020 with Gertrude the pig. That Neuralink was just reading the pig's nose signals as it snuffed through the straw. This new demo showed us a far more advanced brain-computer interface, a brain literally interfacing with a computer game in real time. We may not have a timeline on a human Neuralink.
So there's a lot of it's good stuff, but that's how they sell it to us. They're like, "Oh,
yeah,
it's good. We get it, and we'll be able to
yeah.
like cure paraplegics if you're
Yep.
handicapped, if you're paralyzed, you'll be able to control your body another way." That's how they sell it to you. And then there's
Yep.
other stuff that like, "Oh, by the way, we didn't tell you this, and we don't plan on to."
Yeah, shut you
Cause,
down if you go against us. Like kill you in instant.
mm-hmm.
who don't like you, but this is how they advertise it, and there you have it.
Phones, was Google. That was the first little thought, because people's thoughts are typing in, people commenting on social media. They're seeing people's thoughts. That's what that is. All those comments, and thoughts, and then
Mhm,
it made thoughts visible. Then it's stuff that you wouldn't say in person, but you're behind the screen on a keyboard, and you're just typing at your thoughts in a comment, and people can
mhm,
see your comments and thoughts.
mhm, mhm. So
And that's
imagine,
how they get it to you. So while you still can, put your phone down, take a drive without, and just at least one day. I know you have stuff on the phone, but at least one day, put your phone down, leave it, go without it. I One day I want to take a trip without my phone.
but
It would
most of us,
encourage talking to people, interacting with people, asking for directions, that kind of thing, because you don't have your phone to do it.
yep, but you won't be able to do that because in few years the whole world is going electric. You see the how they planned it, like smart cars, electric cars, they can even
Oh yeah,
control.
the new thing that with the Green New Deal, and they're selling is like, oh, it's gonna be good for the planet. It's gonna save our planet. They're selling
Yeah,
that, but like it's not gonna be that much better for the planet, honestly, because it still creates stuff
yeah,
to make these electronics. To make this, it still puts out some bad stuff for the planet.
yeah, lithium battery is really bad, even worse than the petrol or diesel vehicle.
Hmm.
Like the cons of having a electric vehicle is you will get tracked, you'll like they can make you crash because they have the full control. So it's all linked to Neuralink, um, Tesla's electric cars, electric vehicles. It's all like the whole world is going digital. So
I mean, it connects us, and that's the good thing. But there's other stuff to it as well.
yeah, if they don't like you, they'll kill you anyways. So
But do you see any optimism anywhere? Like, I know it's just been like very negative, and see maybe where things could go, or optimism, or something good.
yeah, like it's up to people. Like they have to do their own research. If they don't believe us, they can do their own research, and it's not that hard to realize what's going on.
This live stream started out with sorting in Microsoft Excel, talking about all this and using Google alerts and everything, and then you jumped in, and it kind of evolved. The conversation evolved a little bit.
Yep, because if we don't do it now, we will be too late. When the Starlink is online, then that's when the doomsday starts.
So there's, and I know he's just another one of those billionaires. But how much do you actually see in trusting Elon Musk and Starlink? And
I don't trust the government. I don't trust the internet. I don't trust anyone besides the people who are like awake. They will find this offensive because they are asleep because
because they, you know why? Because they've been lied to, and then when we're saying
yep
this to
they,
people, there's like, you're telling people that they've been lied to
Yep.
for like
Yep.
years and years.
Years and years, like starting from your education, it's all
That's why I like this because it's everything that, and there's a reason why this hadn't been taught in schools, but this is why I like this. Go to
they
the
are so
website.
they,
I showed
they
you
are
the YouTube channel. Go Lewis Howes YouTube. He's on YouTube. Business, relationship, inspiration, family, health. He's talked with some stuff that doing big things.
but be
Fine.
but
That's
be
where I
careful.
just went. I just went. I came to, but check him out on YouTube. He's what he says. Everything that should be taught in schools that isn't can be found on this.
Yep.
And
They,
he's the School of Greatness, the first book,
the
the
education
Millionaire
system,
Morning, the Mask of Masculinity.
no, the education system, the thing about money, the thing about work, everything is related to a big thing that's going behind us. They are like simply keeping us busy. Yeah, you need this, even iPhone. Yeah, we are releasing this. Do you want this? Everyone will buy it, so they'll be thirsty to get it. So they will get it
This is
like,
honestly the biggest thing. Harsh truth about relationships, the master relationships, and not just like your special partner relationships kind of thing, your significant other, any relationship. Anyone you meet becomes a relationship. This is the biggest thing to master. You master relationships, you
and
master life.
relationship and yeah, relationship and networking. Let me add networking into that.
Yep.
But be
That's where it starts.
mhm.
Steven Speaks is a good one. Stefan Speaks. Yeah, Lewis Howes relationships. Go check that out. Want to wrap this up? This is like an hour and 38-minute stream. Want to wrap this up? Any last words? We've talked about a bunch of stuff.
Yep. No offense to anyone or anybody, any country, but it is what it is. Please do your research. Even though I'm using internet, but uh, I talked about how to use internet as a tool, and then again, like showed them the cons of internet. So put that in together and figure something out. But definitely use internet as a tool.
Go find JussT, just underscore T95 on Instagram. Go
Yeah,
say
if
hey to
anybody,
him. He's
yeah,
doing some amazing things. Over in India, he's learning, he's doing it the way it should be done. He's learning skills and he's building the stuff. Go check out what he's doing.
yep. And I'm just a college dropout.
High school, college,
Uh-huh.
or what do they call that? High school in India.
Yeah, college,
You
university,
say like university,
university. Yeah.
so you dropped out. You went. You how long did you go to university?
Maybe 5 to 6 months, but I found it to be useless because eventually I'll end up working for other people, and I'll be the sheep. So there you
For
have it.
me, university was a way of networking and finding what I love to do and finding myself. So it actually worked for me, not the way people think of university, but it worked for me and it let me find my what I liked in the TV world and what I do today.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked for me in a different way that people would think.
Yeah, that's the one way to start. So,
Yeah,
if you,
just underscore T95. Go support him. Go watch his little videos on Instagram there he puts out.
yeah, not only like the stuff that I put out, like if anybody wants help with anything, hit me up on my Instagram and I'll help you.
Right.
Just,
Yep.
just like Thomas helped me, just like you helped me, bro. I want to become that as well. Like you were the one who inspired me to do all these things, and if I can do it, everyone can do it.
Yep.
Just never
And
stop
this
learning.
I'm gonna put this up on the podcast too. Great little conversation. Should I put the whole thing and have you come on a little later and put just the whole thing up on there as one episode,
Hmm.
or maybe break it down.
Yeah, do it anyway. Break it down, I guess.
Talk about the realisms of technology and the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Internet
Like
as a
what?
tool. Yeah, it's a good. See if you see it as a tool, then you can kind of get past the other stuff that it's doing.
Yes, exactly.
So it's still gonna do it no matter if you think of that or not. But use it as a
Hmm.
tool because it's still there, even though it does
Yeah,
all this other stuff. But it's still a tool.
yeah. It's still a tool. If you, if you are broke, if you don't have money, use internet as a tool and never stop learning from Shaw Academy or YouTube. Never give up, even at your lowest, and hop into this podcast,
Yeah,
the
pop
one that
in whenever you see me come live. You can
yeah,
essentially join this podcast and just join the conversation too.
yeah, because Thomas was the eye opener for me. Like I was not totally awake, but at some point, at some level, I was awoke. But Thomas, you were the one who opened up my eyes to this potential where I can see behind those lines. Oh, I'm a rapper too, and whatever I said before, it just rhymed.
So many different artists, many doing many different things, dipped in many different facets of creativity.
Hmm.
Be creative. Don't always consume. Be creative.
Listen to what
We're
Thomas
all
says.
creative. We're all creative. We're all
Yeah,
creative.
we're all created. If
We
you
just don't
can,
see it because it's
yeah,
hidden.
yeah, if we can, so why can't you?
Hmm.
Then you can subscribe to his YouTube channel, Thomas's YouTube channel. You can hop in. He does some really good work,
Let me
helping
show that
he
real
like
quick. Go to my channel.
he has a lot of useful videos. Like go to his link. He's a very kind guy. Oh, there's the logo that I did for you. Oh, there it goes. My first ever
See.
project. Your logo was my
Um,
project.
how do I get it bigger? And I lost it. What's your YouTube? I connected with you on
Uh,
YouTube. I saw
uh,
it too before.
yeah, but I'm not on YouTube anymore. I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
What's this?
Yeah, these are the uh
When you're like in the Grand Theft Auto and stealing cars.
no, the next one that you see is Versus and Gone. They are both huge celebrities. The Lambo one video. If you check it on my Instagram,
Yeah, let's get right into it.
yeah. So these are the artists Versus and Gone, and their song is called Not Today. There it goes. And they both like one of them commented on it, and one of them liked it. Gone liked it, and
Yeah, let's get right into it.
all of them took
Yo,
mine.
it's Mr. Overachiever. I know you know that I mean it. This shit is in my DNA. I got these flows in my helix. I told you don't intervene or you gon' need more.
This is gonna be explicit anyway.
No, 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 it's not.
Oh, it's pretty explicit.
Not too much.
Hmm.
Yeah. But anyways, I did it regardless of the views.
All right. Thanks for coming in, seeing my live, and coming in and for the conversation. And
Thanks for having me, bro. I'm always delighted.
anyone else wants to come on, send them this way and pop in just like you did today. That's
Mm,
sometimes how it is. Just I don't not always good to just schedule. Just have someone just pop in, just have a organic, natural conversation.
I have a bunch of people on my Instagram, on my uh, Facebook, and on my Discord. I can bring them all in. Like most of
Hmm.
them, I can bring them all in, so we can like talk about that.
All right.
And it will be like beneficial to like all of those who are involved. Like there are going to be big names in this, like Naomi. I can bring in Naomi. I can bring in Versus. I and Naomi, I think she can bring in Rick Ross because Rick Ross follows her, and maybe Tech9 because Versus is followed by Tech9 on Instagram. So it will like this is it. We are using it as a tool that's going to be beneficial to all.
Hey, look, let's close out. I'm trying to find a way to close this out. Let's find some motivation to end this, and you can drop
Never,
like, and I'm just gonna play this out and end the stream.
never give up. No matter how hard your life is,
How to be
never.
confident. Don't let fear stop you. I'm gonna play
Yep.
that. We ready? You have anything else before I play us out?
Uh, do your research and
Yeah,
always
think
remember
for
that.
yourself. Think for yourself.
Yeah, think for yourself. Sometimes you have to be selfish because you don't know when things are going to take place. So you have to be very careful. And my suggestion to those who are watching is don't be a sheep,
Ooh,
be a goat,
yeah.
and never give up on life because it's like pointless. It will like last you 2 years, 3 years, but it's not worth your life because your life is very precious.
We've been
Yep.
Yeah, and if you are having any trouble, you can just DM me on my Instagram, and I'll be happy to help. We'll be happy to help, Thomas and me.
This one says it all, so I'm gonna play us out with this clip. It's it's 14 minutes long, but I don't know. I'll play like 5 minutes of it or something short. It's 14 minutes long. Go watch the entire thing on the Greatness channel. But here it is.
We've been programmed quite a bit with our relationship with money. We have a relationship with everything known in our environment. You have a relationship, a neurological network in your brain for your parents, for your cell phone, for your computer, where you live, where you've lived in the past. For the most part, the brain is a reflection of everything that we know. Along with that is our relationship with money. Children in their early ages, their brainwaves are very slow. These brainwave states are states that were very suggestible to information.
So when we hear information, we believe it.
And we accept it, we believe it, we surrender to it as if it's the truth without analyzing it, because there's no analytical facilities yet. So the more altered we feel inside of us, the more the brain freezes a frame and takes a picture. And that snapshot is called a memory. Most beliefs are created from past experiences, right? Think about people who have relationships with money from the past. You have an experience where you lose money. You have an experience where money's taken away from you. You have an experience where you don't have enough. You're living in a place where there's not enough money, or a family that's not enough money. Then the emotion that most people are living by on a moment-to-moment basis is lack. Like, I'm in lack of having something that I want, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's nothing wrong with that, because the experience changes your emotional state. You freeze the frame, you take a picture. The problem is, that's hardware. So we think neurologically within the circuits of that past experience,
Yes.
and we feel chemically within the boundaries of that emotion. The emotion alters our internal state. So you're going along as Lewis, feeling really good,
Mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden you have this trauma, you have this crisis, you have this shock, and all of a sudden you have this dramatic change in your internal state, and your senses get heightened, and then you freeze the frame and you associate this internal state with whatever it is that's causing it. And that's how we create long-term memories. When we play the game in three-dimensional reality, the creation game in three-dimensional reality, we experience separation from everyone or everything, because our senses fool us into the illusion, the hallucination of separation. I'm here and you're there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here and the door is over there. So I'm aware that I'm here at one point of consciousness, and the door is over there, another point of consciousness. Okay, so in order for me to get from here to the door, I got to move my body and do something through space. I got to do something, and everything in this three-dimensional reality is going to take time and energy. When we create from three-dimensional reality, we're creating from lack and separation. In other words, you're driving down the road and you see someone driving a car that all of a sudden you realize that you don't have. The moment you become aware that that person has that car and you don't have it, you're in lack of having it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what the brain naturally does is it naturally creates you driving that car. And you have an image of yourself driving that car, and you start identifying, wow, that would be a greater experience for me to have. So the body is saying, I'm waiting for some external event to occur. I win the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
I marry the right guy. Whatever it is, that you're waiting for that event to occur, that experience produces an emotion. So the emotion then takes away the lack. So now, one point of consciousness, I'm here. The other point of consciousness is where I'm placing my dream. So I'm separate from that experience. So then how do I get to that experience? In three-dimensional reality, you got to get up and you got to do something. And now people are, in a sense, waiting for the experience that's 10 years down the road or 30 years down the road to happen, to take away the lack of them not having it. The person who's living in lack is waiting for their wealth to feel abundant. They're waiting for their success to feel empowered. They're waiting for their healing to feel gratitude. They're waiting for the new relationship to feel love. They're waiting for the mystical experience to feel awe. That's the Newtonian model of reality, of cause and effect. They're waiting for that event to happen to take away this separation or lack. But what we've discovered is actually something else. The moment you feel gratitude, your healing begins. The moment you feel worthy and abundant, you're generating wealth. The moment you're empowered, you are moving towards your success. The moment you're in love with yourself and you're in love with life, you'll create an equal. The moment you are in awe of life, you're going to have a mystical experience. And so that's cause and effect, right? So then if you can teach people then how to create, instead of from lack or separation, but create from wholeness, and create from what we call the quantum field instead of three-dimensional reality. The quantum field is an invisible field of energy that exists beyond our senses. You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it, you can't hear it, you can't feel it. It exists beyond our experience of three-dimensional reality. You can study all kinds of science and they'll tell you there is this invisible field of frequency and energy that tend to connect everything physical and material. In fact, everything physical and material is connected to this field. How much of your waking day do you put your attention on matter, on the material world? And how much of your waking day are you aware of energy and frequency? For most people, they're unaware of the quantum field. And if you're unaware of it, it doesn't exist for you. But we discovered that when you take all of your attention off your body, you are not paying attention to your emotions, your drives, your habits. If you could take all of your attention off of every element in your environment, every place that you live, where you sleep, where you work, and you're not thinking about time, you can relax into the present moment. There tends to be a dramatic change in the way the brain functions when people do this properly. We call it getting beyond yourself, but in a sense, you're dissociating from your three-dimensional reality. Why? Because if you're thinking about anything in your three-dimensional reality, that's where your attention is and that's where your energy is. We kind of figured out this formula when people really become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, no time. They're pretty much all of a sudden outside the constraints of the Newtonian world of got to do something to get an outcome. And if you can teach people how to linger there without a name, without a face, without a profession, without a family, without a culture, without a past, without a disease, you teach them how to be in this place we call the unknown. So then you'd have to feel those emotions before the experience occurred. And if you understood that you could dissociate all of your attention from this three-dimensional reality and have no attention on anything known, and understand it's the field that creates matter, not matter that emits the field. And if you could get to that place and change your energy with a clear intention and elevated emotion, your heart starts beating in this beautiful rhythm like a drum. We've measured it so many times. And when that occurs, the next thing that happens, the heart informs the brain it's safe to create. If you're creating from the field instead of from matter, there's a very strong possibility that you'll shorten the distance between the thought of what you want and the experience of having it. And when there's a vibrational match between your energy and that future that you want to experience, now if you're creating from the field, you actually don't go anywhere to get it. You actually draw it to you. So here comes the synchronicities, the serendipities, the coincidences, the opportunities, and they come out of nowhere. And you say, I don't understand. I didn't do anything. Well, you changed your energy. And so then the other element is a coherent heart, right? And the heart has a magnetic signature. And the magnetic signature is what draws reality to us. With intention and attention, we could actually make thought more real than anything else. You're saying, what would it be like to be wealthy? What would it be like to be abundant? What would it be like to have all my needs met? What would it be like to have more than I need? What would I do if I had everything I ever wanted? Let's write down the feelings of how you would feel if that future happened, and you're going to have to feel that feeling before it occurs. In quantum, you got to feel it in order for you to experience it. Okay, so this heart becomes like an amplifier. and it sends that signal out, and that frequency can carry the thought of your abundance. And the universe only gives us what we think we're worthy of receiving. If you complain about money, if you judge people who have it, if you rush when you're in lack, if you cheat when you don't have what you need, an abundant person doesn't do that. If you have an hour meditation where you're tuning into your abundant future, but then you're spending the other 15 hours a day in lack, don't expect anything to change. You defaulted. You're back to the old energy, which means if you want to change your personal reality, you're going to have to change your personality.
Right.
Nothing changes in your life until you change. So then when we finally realize, in order for us to become abundant, we have to overcome the old personality. If I truly want to be a new personality that's in a new personal reality, I can't take life with me. I can't take unworthiness. I can't take the story that goes along with it with my parents or my grandparents or my ex or whatever. So now, what does an abundant person feel? And what are the qualities of that person that you could embody? How would an abundant person think? Write it down and wire those thoughts in your brain and install the hardware. Keep doing it with attention and intention. It becomes the new voice in your head. It becomes a software program. Close your eyes and rehearse in your mind how that person would walk, how they would breathe, how they would smile, how they would greet people, how they would be on Zoom calls, how would they be in traffic, how would they be at dinner. And the act of closing your eyes and mentally rehearsing the act, if you're truly present, the brain does not know the difference between the real life experience and what you're imagining. The rehearsal process changes the brain to look like you've already done it, you've already experienced it. Now, what's the essential part of that? The hardware is in place. Now, all you gotta do is step into the footprint. Keep doing it, it becomes a software program. You start acting like an abundant person. Everything changes. Your energy changes, your mood changes, the way you walk, the way you breathe, your posture changes. You're out of
Yes.
You got to condition the body now emotionally into the future, because it's not about wealth. It's who you become. And so many people come to this work. They want abundance. They want healing. They want a new relationship. They want a new career. They want the mystical, but really they want wholeness. Imagine feeling so much wholeness that's impossible to want. Then you can really enjoy a sunset. Then you can really enjoy a meal. Then you can really enjoy your friends. The game should be so good of your vision, like that vision of the future, you have to keep alive in your mind. Because if you believe in yourself, it means you have to believe in possibility. The abundance then becomes the sign that you finally become worthy. And for the soul, it's not about the abundance. It's about mastering your worthiness. And the reflection is the things that you accumulate. If anybody else can do it, you could do it also.